The PGA Tour moves from Hilton Head to New Orleans and the Zurich Classic. Hey, how are you folks? Jason Horowitz, glad to be with you here on CBSSports.com, and glad to have CBS Sports golf analyst Peter Kostis on the phone to break down the event this weekend, one you can see on CBS Saturday and Sunday. And Peter, let's start with a man who we haven't seen or really heard from since the final day at the Masters, and that's Kenny Perry. What can we expect from him this weekend?
Well, it's only been a week, and he certainly needed that week to detox from the pressures of competing and eventually losing at Augusta. I expect to see Kenny a little bit down, a little bit flat. He is a consummate professional, however, and when he tees it up on Thursday morning, I expect him to give it his all. But it has to be disappointing getting that close to becoming the oldest major championship winner and then watching it all disappear.
Well, in this event, you go from a guy who could have been the oldest major championship winner to a guy who is the youngest ever U.S. amateur winner, and that's Danny Lee, who this weekend is going to be making his professional debut. What should people know about him?
And I mean this in the best way. He's a very cocky young kid. He has got an attitude, and you need it. I mean, if you don't have confidence in yourself, no one else is going to have confidence in you. So he expects a lot of great things out of himself. He's already won down in Australia earlier this year, the Johnny Walker Classic. So he's got some game. He hits it hard. I mean, he hits it really hard almost all the time. So it's going to be interesting to see how he competes with a title professional, on his bag.
And with the field that he'll be competing against as well here, Peter, when you look at it, you've got 10 guys in the top 50 in terms of the world rankings, Kenny Perry, Steve Stricker, Mike Weir. Are you expecting a lot out of those guys, or maybe is this a tournament where someone can come out of the weeds here and win it?
Well, I mean, it's a wonderful golf course. I like the venue, and a lot's going to depend on the weather. But you've got guys like Nick Watney who won there, and Tim Petrovic who won there. I think it was his first win. So I mean, it's open game for everybody. I don't think it's a golf course that favors any one particular style of golfer. And arguably the field is a little bit weaker than you would see at some other events. So I think that bodes well for the first timers and the younger guys who are trying to make their mark.
Well, you got one guy in the top 5, and that's Kenny Perry. Everybody else ranked 12th or lower of those who are in the field this weekend. One other thing, Peter, a lot made about New Orleans and building that city back up after Hurricane Katrina. What does this event mean, and what does it bring to the city of New Orleans?
Well, I mean, I think that when you start to rebuild after something as catastrophic as Katrina, part of the rebuilding is not just the nuts and bolts of building buildings and houses and new streets and all that stuff, but part of the building is getting back to the life as you knew it. And part of that means the New Orleans Saints, it means professional football, professional basketball. It means the PGA Tour. And for at least a week, everybody can embrace the PGA Tour, escape from some of the woes that they may be still having in the aftermath of Katrina, and have some fun. And once you can get back to having fun, I think then you can really say that New Orleans has returned.
And it should be a fun event and a fun weekend as well. Enjoy yourself down in New Orleans, and we look forward to seeing you on CBS this weekend.
Tune in.
All right, we will. All right, Peter Kostis, thank you very much. And for more on the event, the Zurich Classic in New Orleans, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com. And, of course, check it out, as Peter said, Saturday and Sunday on CBS. For Peter Kostis, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.